Okay, I just started a new one. Okay, so I have for example 3B, so here's all my work here for the ratio, and so I end up with, I'll start from here, 1/4, and then absolute value of 3x plus 2 is less than 1. And remember, you always have to isolate the absolute value, and so putting it as multiplying through by 4, and so I get a negative 2 is less than x is less than 2/3. All right. So then for the endpoint, I have this. Now, how do you solve this? Pull out a k. Okay, so I can rewrite it, first of all, as a negative 1 to the k, and then what? 4 to the k, and then in the denominator, what is that? So it's basically...
Wouldn't it be a negative 6?
Where?
Negative 6 is less than x.
Here? Yeah, negative 6, and then you divide by 3.
Alright.
Okay, so then, basically, this is the same thing as 2 to the 2k. Right?
Yeah.
Right, because 4 is what? 2 to the second power. So you take 2 to the second power, raise it to the k power, and it's 2 to the 2k. So then you have your 2 to the 2k here. So that will cancel out with this. So then you end up with a negative 1 to the k, which is oscillating between 1 and negative 1. So this one will diverge. Okay, how about the other one? So x is equal to a 2/3. And that ends up to be... I don't even know where I'm looking here. What am I looking at? Okay, I'm looking at putting this. So that gives me 2 plus 2. So that'll be a 4 to the k divided by 2 to the 2k. And so that's the same thing as just 1. So what's the summation of 1? Does it converge or diverge? It diverges. Okay, so then I have my interval of convergence would be not including that, so it's negative 2 is less than x is less than 2/3, and then my radius is going to equal, and you can always go back to wherever you isolated your absolute value. This is your radius, right there. Okay, so that's the easiest place to go back to. The other way that you could do it, it's ending minus beginning divided by 2. That'll give you the exact same thing, but that's kind of a lot of work, right? If your final answer is right here, right, for the radius, so that will be 4. Okay, so I would like you to make sure that you go back and copy down all these other ones that we skipped over. So your homework for this weekend is to do the test review, right? So your test is on Tuesday, covering all that converging and diverging. And basically, you're just going to be given like lots and lots of series where you have to determine whether it converges or diverges. And I'm going to specifically say use the root test or use the polynomial test. And then you'll have some problems where you're just going to be, it's going to be open-ended. Okay? All right. Have a good weekend.